Alright, welcome back to Shave with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. Let's turn that noise off for right now. Alright, well it's Sunday afternoon. Actually off work today so far. Nobody's called saying I needed to go to work, so getting some laundry done, that kind of stuff. So went out and grabbed a bite of lunch, and while I was out I went by the Dollar Tree over in that part of town. Now the Dollar Tree is, of course, we all know, changing. So now, first time I've seen it, they've got the Dollar Tree Plus, which means they're selling some items on an aisle there that are $3 to $5 a piece. No longer just the Dollar Tree where everything's $1. No. So anyway, fun stuff. I actually picked up a couple of things off the $3 aisle. But anyhow, one of the things I noticed as I'm walking around was this. So we've all seen or I would assume all of us by this time have seen the people doing the cheap shaves, and they're using the dollar razor from Dollar Tree. That's the knockoff of the Super Speed. Well, here's something different. Still $1. Still comes with the little cheap pack of Chinese blades. And but this particular one is going to be a 3-piece. And so far, just looking at it, the handle is actually not as light as you would think it is. And screws in nice and tight. It's got a long enough handle that people like a little longer handle. So actually, I think this one is actually a little better built than the. It feels heavier, feels a little bit more substantial than the Super Speed knockoff, which works just great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Now, you're not going to be using it to drive nails in or anything like that, but it's still a neat little diversion for $1. So what I thought we'd do today is I've got some of this. It was a 2-piece set. You get the shaving cream and the shave lotion for $1, so it's 50 cents a tube. And I thought we would use that and use our Dollar Tree razor here. First time I've used one of those. Like I said, it's the first time I've seen that style at the Dollar Tree. And we'll give that a go. So this is cedarwood and eucalyptus men's shave cream. If I remember correctly, this does lather. If I don't remember correctly, it's fixed to be a little bit of a mess because I got an old VDH brush out. I don't have one of the Dollar Tree brushes. None of the Dollar Tree around here are carrying a shave brush. I know there are some that do carry it, but none of them around here. So first things first, let's break open their pack of blades here. Now these are made in China, and there's a lot of Chinese-made blades that won't shave, warm butter. There's nothing you can do. Technique will not make up for dull blades. If the blade is not sharp enough to shave, there's absolutely nothing you can do. But surprisingly enough, so far, these blades that I have used that came with these razors have actually shaved just fine. And you'll notice we got, more than a day's growth here. We got a couple of days to shave off. So I figured we got enough to work on, and we can see if this stuff actually works. Instead of just, shaving on a day where we just shaved yesterday or whatever, and you can't really tell if it did any good. We're not going to do that. All right. Well, the first thing is let's get the blade in here. And the first issue I see is keeping the blade straight on the cap. All right. So it's got to set down. See the little end tabs there? Be sure the blade sets down in there. And first thing is be sure not to cut yourself. That's the most important part. All right, so then we'll put the cap on, and then we'll screw everything down. Like I said, it screws really easy, nice and tight. Top screws on good, and that's what it came out looking at. Now, just looking at it, I don't have a feeler gauge or anything like that, and don't have my little laser measuring tool, but just looking at it, everything looks pretty good. It also looks like might have a little blade feel to this one. I'm okay with that, but it just kind of gives me the impression that before it's over with, we may have a little blade feel there. So we'll see if these blades do any good. If they don't, I got plenty of blades. That ain't a problem in the world. All right, so let's get this going on. So this is what do they call this? Bolero Beverly Hills Men's Aftershave Lotion, cedarwood and eucalyptus. It's a 1 ounce tube. So you get an ounce of that, and you get the little tube of aftershave lotion for $1. And they have a couple of different flavors. And the scents aren't anything impressive, I can tell you now. The scents aren't particularly strong, and they're nothing that's going to be impressive at all. But, you know, $1, 50 cents a tube, right? All right, so let's see if we can get this here, because I know I've used this. We don't want to try to shave with the aftershave lotion. We want to shave with the shaving cream, right? Generally speaking, that's what you would want to do. So the old Dollar Tree's decided that they, even though they're making, I think I already mentioned this. I read an article the other day. They were talking about how they're actually making profit. And since we got it cleared up after Dave posted his information, I went and looked, and sure enough, Dollar General tried to buy Dollar Tree, but or Dollar General, but anyway, Family Dollar is owned by Dollar Tree, and it wasn't that Family Dollar bought Dollar Tree bought Family Dollar. So I find that to be kind of an interesting distinction. All right, here we go. Let's sit here and idle for a few minutes. But anyway, all right, let's see if we can get it. I think it's going to lather a little bit. Now this is, of course, a brushless cream, so the fact that it doesn't really lather, there's nothing against it. It's not made to. But I like using a brush. Don't have to, I mean, but I just like it. All right. That's what we're after, is a slick little, it'll be fun to see how the second pass goes. I don't know how much lather we're gonna have for a second pass. I may have to put some more on, but that's okay. That's just dealing with cheap stuff. Okay, so the Assured for Men. Now, this one comes in the package. It's got the green on it, but it's funny, on the back it still shows the Super Speed style twist to open picture there instead of the 3-piece. But anyway, now as I thought, there's definitely some blade feel there. Wow, a lot of blade feel, but it's not harsh or anything. Especially since, you know, I like blade feel in a razor. So I'm finding it to be a very nice, comfortable shaving razor. The blade is not as smooth probably as some of the more, you know, non-Chinese junk-made blades. But as you can see, it's still working extremely well. I don't know, really not harsh or anything, but you can tell it's not as smooth as some of the other blades. But still, I mean, you're getting a razor and 5 blades for $1. Don't think you can complain about that. What's going to be the longevity of the blades? I don't know. Probably not much. Do I care? Not really. Sorry. All right, so we started out with a couple of days worth of growth, and just to show y'all, I could pretty much quit now. I really could. It's a very nice feeling shave. Like I said, there's a lot of blade feel on this one. I like it. I don't just like it because it's cheap, and I like making cheap stuff work. That's a good feeling razor. It feels okay in your hand. It doesn't feel like a cheap razor. It's got a good enough heft to it. It's put together. Now I realize the materials aren't going to be the same. Yeah, we're gonna have to help the shave cream out a little bit. We should have put a little bit more on to start with. But like I said, this is dollar stuff, so I'm not real surprised. You know, I just realized I never actually got around. Dave did a shave with this shave cream and lotion the other day, and I never really got around to going and looking at it. I need to do that today. And you know what's going to be bad though is if I made some kind of comment on it and I forgotten I made a comment on it, and then I just admitted I didn't actually watch the whole thing. But I don't think I did on that one. Sometimes I'll make I'll admit it. Sometimes I'll make a comment and because I'm there looking at it, and then I'll go back and finish watching it later. But it happens, you know, whatever. All right, so there we go. Put a little bit of water in with it. And this cream is plenty slick. There's nothing wrong with the slickness of the cream. It's just, you know, it's not really made to lather, so we're kind of not using it the way it's made to use. All right. back to our razor here. Oh, I am so happy that it's got this nice blade feel. Now this is nothing that's going to replace, you know, real razor, especially nothing that's going to replace any of my vintage razors. But it is a neat little razor. This one I actually would like more of for like a travel razor than the Super Speed knockoff, because it doesn't feel as flimsy. It doesn't feel like you can breathe on it and it's going to break. It actually has a really nice little heft to it. Feels really nice. I may have to try to get back by that store. It's the only one in town I've seen selling these. I might have to try to get back and pick up some extras for some pass-alongs. That's the first time I've heard of anybody. I hadn't heard anybody else talking about seeing these at their Dollar Tree. The only ones I've seen are the Super Speed knockoffs. All right. That's actually nice. But I did notice I was at a little smoke shop around the corner, and they've got all the glass art pipes and all the herbs and things of this nature. And I go in because I've also got decent prices on some decent little cigars that I like. But anyway, I was in there the other day walking around, grabbed me a soda out of the back and was walking back up front. And I looked on the shelf and they had bought some of the Dollar Tree twist to open razors and had them hanging. I didn't even look to see how much they were charging for them, but they had them hanging in, mixed in with the plastic cart garbage. And it's a, I don't know the nationality of the owner. Middle Eastern is what I always say. I don't want to insult anybody by saying the wrong part of that region. But so it's one of these stores, and I don't know if you have stores around like that where you live, you know, they put a little bit of everything. It's amazing how much stuff they can pack into a little store. And just so happens we have Dollar Tree witch hazel too. So this is a majority Dollar Tree shave today. And but anyway, so it's you know, and they still build real razors over in that part of the world, and they make real razor blades and stuff. So I guess it's not too surprising that someone that is from that part of the world would realize the advantages of a real razor. So he picked him up some of the Dollar Tree Super Speed knockoffs, and he had them hanging on the shelf there. So maybe someone will buy them. Tell you what, it did a good job climbing up around the goatee. Everything feels nice and smooth. That's just as good a shave as I get from other razor. Razor, blade's a blade, folks. Don't get too hung up on the high end, the high dollars. Well, you know, they're built out of, you know, whatever. Don't get too hung up on it. If it's not defective, if it holds the blade tight and straight where you can maintain a consistent pressure and angle, and the blade is not defective and sharp, it'll shave. This is a prime example. This is actually a high quality two-sided thingy shave. You know, as high quality as you can get with two-sided thingies. The razor actually has some heft to it. It's not as light feeling. And I wish I had scales. I would, you know, weigh it and see what, let everybody know. But I don't keep scales around like that because quite honestly, I don't care most of the time. All right, so the men's aftershave lotion. I normally don't use lotions. I normally don't use shave bombs or aftershave lotions or anything, but since we're doing this as a Dollar Tree shave, I think we'll go through and we'll use a little bit. It can't hurt, but it just reaffirms my my initial statement that this is a high quality shave. It really is. So there we go. So that's today from the Dollar Tree Plus, because I already knew they were going to start, you know, selling their base stuff is going to be $1.25 a piece, not $1 a piece. I understand that's going to be starting pretty soon. But this is the first time I've been around and I saw where it was Dollar Tree Plus. This is the first store I've seen doing that, and it's okay. I mean, yeah, whatever. But the items that they're selling for $3 to $5 are still a substantial discount from what you would get those items somewhere else. A lot of people don't use the discount laundry detergent or the discount dishwasher detergent or the discount bathroom cleaners and stuff. But to me, I think they work just fine. So I'm still, you know, going to be a fan of Dollar Tree. All right, well, that's it for me today. I'm going to go finish up some laundry and do that thing and enjoy a day off. Maybe go out and tinker around with the cars a little bit. Never know what's going to happen. Hope y'all have a great day. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. barreling in for Happy New Year's. Remember, get your black-eyed peas and cabbage lined up for your New Year's, because that's coming up just right around the corner. It'll be a new year. This one's almost gone. And these last 2 years have just been dumpster fire years, as we know. So, you know, maybe we can not let this one be that way. And I think that's the secret, is we have to not let it be that way. I think we got people trying to ruin things. And we ought to just look at it and as one big group go, no, thank you. Don't need it, don't want it, couldn't afford it if we did, go away. And you can do that at the ballot box, by the way, just in case you hadn't figured that part out. Well, if y'all have a great day, I'm going to quit preaching and go about my day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have you a good cup of coffee. I'm fixing to go add a good cigar to this good cup of coffee, sit outside while the laundry's going. Happy shaves to you.